a figure like it like appears to be like walking like into like a light and then like disappearing or like not coming out the other side or something of that nature. And then just like several other pictograms of like this same figure like doing various things. But like sort of like orb with like beams
it's like
coming
the
out
orb,
of it.
this light thing, and everyone.
It's in some of them, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. But you don't find anything living. You just find some creepy ass pictograms and stuff.
Very interesting.
Disadvantage group.
Telling me.
Yep.
You're giving me
Yep.
disadvantage.
It's doing its job.
Like I want to go get Teletar, but I don't want to like wake them up either. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you do have to wake him up for watch some.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true. All right, I'm gonna go wake him up under the guy's turn.
Okay.
You finally waking me up?
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on?
I just say essentially it's your watch, and I get you out in the explain like what I heard
Everybody else is past the
and
frick.
saw. Yeah. Because I want you to go back in like the back with me more. I'm like, look, there ain't shit. I was just looking for something to shoot like out there. Like, they ain't shit out there. You're like, we're not watching against that.
So you heard a noise, but there's nothing out there.
No, I meant like out on the front, like as like wild animal wise. You know what I mean? Like nothing, but there might be something back down the hall.
Oh, okay. So should we both go together to figure out what's down that hall?
Yes, please. But I also am going to tell you about like the light and the mumbling.
What do you suppose the light was?
I have an idea now. I mean, I just saw the light. I didn't see like where it was even. Like it would have been like if I would imagine it'd been like if there was like a light on the like Jeffrey can see a light in the corner of your room, but he can't see the light
Right,
in the corner of your room.
Imagine like it was a really dark room and somebody had the phone on.
Right.
And like you were from the hallway, you could see the light coming out. But like if they turned it off and were pretending to be asleep by the time you got back. Like that's not what happened, but like imagine that situation. That's pretty much what you saw.
So you're saying that somebody or something was standing close to me as I was asleep, and then
no, someone had a light on in that room.
There was a light source coming from
and
the
someone
room.
was talking in their sleep.
That's creepy.
Yeah, little bits. And that's when I decided to leave you in that room and go check out the shit in the back. But anyways.
You left me?
No, I'm gonna fuck with the Mandalorian. But I bet it's that.
You cut out. What was that?
I bet it's that pendant, that necklace.
Oh, that's an idea.
Anything else would have had a switch off sound.
You know, I never got a chance to ask him what the necklace was. I was going to, but never did.
I don't think he would tell you the truth anyways. Him and his wife have been bullshitting me about those hieroglyphs I found on their luggage. Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know for sure because I don't know the backstory, but like, you know me, like you can't bullshit. Like I've hustle, you know, like I know, you know. So I don't think he would tell the truth anyways. But yeah, no, I heard a distinct sound. So it sounded like someone was throwing a rock across the ground of the temple, like the floor of the temple.
Well, maybe those birds are back. Maybe they knocked some rocks down because we didn't put the gate grate back when we took it down.
Yeah,
The
but the
birds are
grate
back.
is over. The grate is over the pit in the room you're sleeping in.
Oh, is that the one? Is that the room?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were in a different one. Oh, I see. So it couldn't be that. Well, gee, that's kind of freaky.
I need someone to have my back. I need to go into teamwork,
Yeah.
man.
Okay. All right. I hate darkness.
But you got that good rifle, and I got this good.
Okay. Well, do you have a light?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you light the way, I got your back.
All right, bet. Let's go.
Okay. So do you want to go first, and I like watch behind you to make sure nobody is sneaking up on us?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I will use my blaster rifle. I know we're indoors, but I have a way better a dice pool,
Yeah, that's legit.
and I get that
I'm
I
going
may
rifles in a pistol
have
And like
in real life. Me, like I
Yeah.
trust myself more.
well, and like honestly, the penalty for ranged weapons only like for close quarters only applies if the person you're trying to shoot is engaged with you. So if they're in fisticuff range and you're trying to use a gun, then but if they're at short range, there's no penalty.
Ah.
And like even the penalty is just an increase in. So like for your pistol, if someone is engaged with you, instead of being the 1 purple of short range, it's 2 purple for engaged. And for rifle, it's 3 purple for engaged. But like still, depending on your roll, like once you put enough points into ranged heavy, like your ranged heavy at engaged is way better than your pistol at engaged
It
because
is.
it's only 1 increase in purple. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
On your pistol.
it really is.
So there's nothing wrong with being like, well, we're indoors, but I'm taking the rifle anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of the only reasons I recommend a secondary combat skill is because some places just won't let you carry a blaster rifle.
Right, and we're in like big rooms too. It's not like little like apartments like we're in right
True.
now.
Yeah, like the hallway that you guys are in, like when you're not in a section obscured by rubble, it's probably 25 feet across, including the space for like little fire gunners.
That's a good point.
So we just need some extra cover because like it goes deep.
All right, are you guys stealthing or not?
I think I should stealth. Are you good enough at stealth that if we're both together and one of us and we both stealth that we're not going to have like a...
Oh yeah, it should be good.
Okay. I like the idea of stealth, and I gotta say, Kelter does not like darkness. He's like me. He does not like the dark.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Both of you give me a average discipline check.
Oh, I don't know if I've done a discipline roll yet.
This is what we use to determine your nerves and or fear level as you're exploring what you're now convinced is the haunted cavern.
1 success, 1 disadvantage.
And 1.
Okay.
And Naz has 0 fucking.
So Keltar, you're like, all right, this is weird and like worth investigating. You're not particularly nervous.
Okay.
But you're not nervous. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I feel like a Naz is like that Simba. The Simba when he's like, I laugh in the face of danger, and he laughs and gets laughed back at
Yeah.
by the hyenas.
Yeah. Inez is she's out in front, because her pride mandates it. But she is like a 12-year-old. What was your role?
1 failure.
Oh, just 1 failure, no disadvantage? Okay. Keep forgetting that I can see your roll over here. Even though you roll it over there. Inez is a little nervous. She doesn't know what's up. She's not entirely convinced that it's harmless either.
Right.
That it's not like, oh, we're in a haunted ass tomb. Like, you're nervous. You're a little shaky. You're gonna die. You failed your discipline roll. Or is it an increase in difficulty? I can't remember. Just for fun, we're gonna make it an increase in difficulty. I don't know if that's actually how that works, but I'm
your
gonna.
board right there.
What?
Your board there.
No, I won't have it on there.
No.
I think it's also a little up to GM discretion. So just to make it more hard and more fun, Inez will receive an increase in difficulty on all of her checks because she's a little nervous. Jumping at shadows and whatnot. Or at least all of her perception checks. We'll say that on your perception check. Okay, so are you both going to be stealthy? Just one.
Yep.
Okay, everybody roll me stealth checks. Go ahead and make them average stealth checks.
Oh!
Nice.
God, I've gotten 2 of these tonight.
You have.
Success and advantage, 1 of each.
Okay. Y'all are pretty damn stealthy. Inez suffers 1 strain just due to I'm freaked out, but I gotta be sneaky, but I'm freaked out, but I gotta be sneaky. It just causes 1 strain.
So you're a little stressed, huh?
Yeah, Inez is a little stressed. But y'all are the knight, despite the fact that you're waving around a flashlight. You're not making any sound, let me put it there. All right, so where are you going? Are you going to take him to the alcove? The alcoves that you all relook at all of them, or are you going to go straight down to the T intersection?
I'm gonna kind of show him those alcoves real quick and see if he can think that I might have missed. So I don't think I did very good.
Okay, that'll also give me an opportunity to re-describe the thing that you saw. So, as Inez takes you, guides you down and shows you, look in here, looked in here, looked in here. You get to one of the, probably the last alcove that you've got to. And while it does have quite a bit of writing on the walls, like all the other ones do, this one in particular has a picture, and it is a vague, a bipedal humanoid-esque looking creature. Look, it reminds you of one of the guys, honestly, one of the statues, one of the faceless statues, and it it shows it walking, standing, and then walking into there's this orb above it, and what appears to be radials coming out of it, and then there's nothing after that. It's dude walking into light, just the light.
Alien abduction.
It's some ancient alien shit, maybe. Yeah.
Can you describe that one more time, just the beginning bit? How do we?
So it's there's a guy, and he's just standing like the guy on the men's restroom sign. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Buddy is walking like an Egyptian.
The next comic frame.
Right? Yeah. So it's the guy standing there, and then the next panel is dude walking towards this light. and then the next panel is just the light.
And this is like a projection, or there are actual people there?
Carving.
Carving. Okay. I was like,
Yeah.
I was confused. Sorry.
No, it's a pictogram like on the wall.
Like ancient Egyptian stuff.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, like the hieroglyphics and that kind of.
And we had not noticed this before, huh?
You guys had not explored this far back before.
Oh. Okay, so first thing I think of is this is like a symbolic representation of them going from very primitive to being star travelers, based on the knowledge of what the archaeologist has told me.
See, Keltar, this is why I keep you around, you smart ass.
Because it's kind of like the image of you seeing people, the what do they call him, the caveman,
Yeah.
and getting more and more evolved towards a human.
Oh yeah, I remember that picture. I know the one you're talking about. But I'll kind of show them like I want to like this is what I looked at, and show them like this goes further back here, and there's the rock fall.
Right, you can.
Cave in.
Yeah, you can see that like the further back you like as you go back, like about half of the like bonfire rooms have suffered a cave in of some kind. Whether it's like you can see that like very clearly the whole room is filled with rock and it's like spilling out into the hallway, or even just like the entrance has collapsed and you don't know if the room on the other side is there or not. But like further back down like the main hallway, it comes to a T intersection and goes like one on either.
Uh-oh. So if we continue, we got to take one of two paths.
Yes.
Which is your favorite direction, left or right?
Left.
Let's go left when we get to the T.
Cool.
Okay. Are you guys still stealthing, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. And Liz and Nez is out in front, right? Okay. See, how do I want to do this?
Very
Okay.
nicely.
What?
Very nice.
Okay, so as you guys approach quite quietly, you do notice that like there is some like rocks and debris and whatnot that, like rolled this direction over time. One of the alcoves, you didn't notice it before until you got like right up there, has like a small water, like trail of water, like coming through, like almost like groundwater is like seeped down. It's just like a trickle, and it's running down. But it like very definitely makes like a hard bend to go down the left turn, like as opposed to the right. Like that's the way. Like there's a slope.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Yes.
Like it's not like super obvious and just like you're walking, but like it's clear from the water that this is not like you've now started going down. Like
Yeah.
this is like this one goes down like almost like it's like like this sort of thing. And as you round the corner, you see something out of the corner of your eye. Give me a perception check. But upgrade it. So I was going to give you a hard one. So make it a purple. No, 2 purple, a red, and 1 black die. And Daniel, you can make the same check, but you it's 3 purple, 2 black.
Okay.
1 red, 2 purple, 1 black.
Ay. Well, I have the answer. It's 2 success, 2 disadvantage.
Okay. So you got 2 disadvantage, and she got 4 disadvantage.
That's a lot of disadvantage.
A lot of disadvantage. Okay. For just the briefest of moments, you see a dark shadow pass across the hallway, like something shot across the hallway.
Across this T intersection?
No, once you guys rounded the corner, once you rounded the corner to go down the left flank, a dark shadow, right as you were coming around the corner, appeared to have shot across the hallway.
All right, so of course, like we look at each other and we're confirming, like,
Okay. I literally have hair sticking up right now.
no.
Because I absolutely, that's like the one thing I cannot stand is darkness in real life. I hate it so much. So I'm having like an actual reaction here. My instinct is to double back and leave the temple. I do not want to go deeper in.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm out.
I will say, you do see down this hallway a substantially higher number of statues, and none of them are in human shape anymore. They all appear to be of various different, and it's not really clear, like what they're not like obviously of any specific thing from the near total darkness that you can see. Go ahead and give me a discipline check.
Okay.
Everybody, a hard discipline check, but yours is upgraded.
Liz, the reason I say that is, have you ever seen the movie Alien?
Yep.
Okay. Nothing good comes of going into a dark temple in the middle of the night when you see a shadow. We're gonna encounter a Star Wars xenomorph. I just know it. One advantage, one failure.
One advantage, one failure.
Yeah.
On your discipline check.
Does that mean I'm freaked out?
You're a little freaked out. Like that was definitely fucking weird.
You had one red.
One red, two purple, and actually you can keep that black.
See, the freaky part to me is that thing's probably been in here the entire time we've been in the temple, and we've slept here a night before.
You're pretty good and shook. I will say that as you play the flashlight across, it almost looks like you could create this
right
by like running the flashlight and it like being blocked by like casting a shadow from one of the statues. It almost looks like that could be the case, but neither of you believe that's actually due to your failed discipline checks. You don't know. It's unclear. You're not, but you think that wasn't what it was. But it was similar enough to where it could put some doubt in. Like you're not 100. Like the logic part of it is trying to convince you that it's just a shadow, but the rest of your brain is like, nah, bitch, that's a monster. Like I know a monster when I see a fucking monster, and that's a monster. But the logic brain is like, no, dumbass, it's probably a shadow. You probably just freaked yourself out a little bit. But yeah, that's what's up with that.
I don't like it.
I would do it.
What's that?
Either way, we have to agree tonight to not tell. I don't think we should tell Livingston, and I'm just going to call her company. Mary. That's right.
Like Dr. Living.
Yeah.
Mary Living.
I didn't know that was her name.
Yeah, I gave her a name until the.
Are you saying we're not going to tell them?
No, I don't think we should tell them at all.
Ooh. Okay.
Because remember, I don't think they're being honest with you. Know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
I want to find out what is actually going on. Give them.
Okay, so well, it's probably just because I've seen sci-fis, and so I immediately jump to the worst case scenario here in my head. I'm like, there's a creature down there, and if we follow it, we're either gonna like go to some big nest of aliens that want to eat
Giving you
us,
like
or some elite hunter alien is trying to draw us in or freak us out, and then we're gonna get just massacred here.
we've had the potential for 3 different monsters the whole time you've been talking. You've been like, it could be that. It could be that. Oh no, I agree with like what that we're looking at.
I have no problem with staying in the temple if we're in the main area that we've already lit up and that we've been in. But I really
We have
I'm
a
really-
flashlight. We're lighting up this area, and we've already been in this area, so let's keep lighting up and being there.
I guess so. But
Every week we light up, we've been there.
do we know if there's that oil stuff out here too?
Give me a hard perception check, upgraded once, so that'll be 1 red, 2 purple.
Also, sorry.
Because you both failed.
Oh yeah.
Your discipline roll.
No, did we ever? I feel like we had our characters had a conversation. It was that like oil that's been sitting for millennia, just relit.
Yeah, it did. I have 1 advantage on that.
It's pretty dark. There's the gutters for it, like for sure. But the stuff that was flowing got blocked way further down the line by rubble. And so like
Distance,
yeah, so like you're not getting it. You're not. There may very well be like another spigot this far down type of thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like there may be another apparatus you could try to turn on to get some going, but it's not currently. You don't see where to do that right now.
Because I was thinking like maybe if there is actually a creature and it's not just a figment of our imaginations, it probably doesn't like being exposed by light because it was fleeing when we passed the light over it. So if we got something that was bright enough to light up the whole area, the thing might either be scared away or we may be able to see it. Because 1 flashlight's not much.
Well,
now,
if it's scared of light, like light up the whole area and scare it off. I want to see what it is, or I do. Maybe you don't.
well, I'm okay with seeing it in the light. I just don't want to be surprised by it in the dark. Because okay, so we made the turn left, and now we've got a hallway with what, more alcoves?
No, you don't have a hallway with clothes. Give me a perception check, whoever wants to.
Let's go.
Okay, maybe I'm making an assumption here. What difficulty?
We'll say average, but you failed your discipline, so one of those is a red. And Liz, you're rolling with 1 black die, and Keltar, you have 2 black die because you don't actually have them.
2 purple die.
So yours is 1 red, 1 purple. So 1 red, 1 purple,
1 black.
and then you get 1 black, Inez, and Keltar gets 2 black.
Okay.
4 success, 2 disadvantage.
Okay.
So I got a triumph and an advantage.
A triumph and an advantage.
Yeah.
So for the purposes of determining success, your triumph also counts as a success.
Oh, okay.
So do you have a success, a triumph, and an advantage?
Nope, just triumph and advantage. 1 of each.
Everything else is canceled out.
Everything else canceled out.
Okay, then for the purposes of determining success or fail, your triumph counts as a success and a triumph.
Ooh.
Yeah, the program here automatically does that for you.
Oh, okay.
So you do succeed with an advantage and a triumph.
Triumphantly.
So Inez, from what you see, what you both see, I should say, is instead of alcoves like the little hallways that go to the bonfire rooms, what you see is much further apart. What look like stoops or like doorways, basically just like smaller hallway-sized versions of the huge like triangle-shaped entryway to the temple. And there's like a couple of them, and they go down to like a dead end, like a large like open dead end at the end of the hallway.
Like a cul-de-sac looking thing?
Yeah, like a cul-de-sac looking thing. But you see lots of not lots, but like maybe 4 rooms aside, and then your light doesn't quite go down to see the back end of the cul-de-sac. You can just see that it opens up to some sort of opening area type thing. And these doors are all shut. Keltar,
Yeah.
you are pretty positive that if the shadow creature was not a figment of your, it disappeared into one of the like doors.
Oh, see, that's what I was thinking. Like that's worse because if you explore another one, it comes out, or something like that. Like
The thrill of the chase. Onward.
I'm glad you don't have any concern about this.
Ooh, can I use my inspiring rhetoric?
If you want to use inspiring rhetoric on Keltar, go for it.
Hold on, I'm gonna check my.
What does that do?
It may not be the right thing.
There definitely is one that it's like it gives at like all allies within short range like it's basically like a buff, like a buff to your allies.
The basic inspiring rhetoric is take the inspiring rhetoric or make an average 2-diamond leadership check. Each success, one ally. For each success, one ally within close range recovers 1 strain. Spend the advantage to cause one affected ally to recover 1 additional strain. Or improved is each ally affected by inspiring rhetoric gains 1 blue die on all skill checks for a number of rounds in rank leadership.
So read me the first one. Let me just see real quick.
Yeah.
Can you have both of them?
Yes.
I should say I'm also not full health. I'm still down 3 wound. So that's part of the reason why I'm wanting to be careful. And I'm down 5 strain. Another reason to be careful. Because who knows what this creature could be.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
This creature, if it exists.
Yeah. Also going to say I've had interesting real life encounters with what I perceive to be, I guess you'd probably call them ghosts, but I call them demons. I've seen them. They show up at night, so I really dislike the night because of that.
Did I tell you I had a 9-year-old try to summon Satan and Darth Vader during a restraint on Thursday?
Darth Vader! I tried to summon Darth Vader.
Because you're not supposed to be telling me like specific stories.
I can't tell you their names. I can tell you all the fucked up shit they do.
Well, I did almost say that. I was like, no, I haven't heard what specific kids do, but I've heard situations. I mean, like it seemed like the younger meltdowns.
Did you say
like,
that?
The older, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so it was actually kind of my fault because this kid was screaming like a motherfucker the whole time when he's a 9-year-old. So like, but he's freakishly strong and like his muscle to mass ratio is impressive. It was not an easy restraint, and there were 3 people involved.
How big is he?
Paul, he's got. There's not much to hold on to, and like the whole point is to not leave marks on kids. That's what right response is all about. You can't have that kid showing up to like all covered in bruises. Like, well, I had to be restrained, and they had to like rough me up to get me to hold still. It's like there's not much to hold on to. He's a tiny little kid, and it's like I don't want to like crush his bodily. I don't want to like crush his limbs, but he's just like, and he's just wiggly as shit, and he's like so strong compared to how little he is. So it was a difficult restraint. This kid is just screaming like crazy the whole time.
What was wrong
And
with him?
I found what?
What's wrong with him?
Oh, it was a power struggle situation. I get to do whatever the fuck I want and say whatever the fuck I want whenever I want, and everyone else can go F themselves. His favorite word is, no, you won't, bitch. Like, that's like his favorite, like, that's like his favorite thing. It's like, hey, man, I'm going to take that. Fuck you. No, you won't, bitch. Like, all right, small child. Like, I told him, I was like, dude, I've eaten sandwiches bigger than you. Like, but
Subway subs are bigger than me.
I love
But
that
I
comeback.
when you're in a restraint, if you just start talking to the other people, like almost ignoring him, like about just like mundane shit, then like some of the time the kids will like realize like, one, clearly I'm not winning because they've lost interest in the restraint and are now having a side conversation, and then 2, that makes them feel really silly about the situation, and like I found that helped. This was not one of the cases, but I told Dan, my boss, who was involved in the restraint, I was like, man, we got to sample some of this screaming for a metal album. Like, that would be amazing. Like, just like put that in the background with like the sound of somebody like hailing Satan.
Wait,
Like,
you said that in front of him?
yeah.
So this kid tried to summon Satan.
Well, and then after I said that, like, you know, like, and then like throw on the sound of like, you know, summoning, like have someone summoning Satan on top over the screams. It'd be like the great backdrop for like a metal song, because like, you know, you take the emphasis off of like the situation.
No, I understand, but you're making fun of him.
I'm not making fun of him. I was just saying like,
Are you sure he didn't see it?
He might have saw it that way. He peed on me. Perhaps. Don't you judge me till you've done a couple shits.
I think a little frustration with that's justified then.
I was making conversation. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I was not directly. If anything, I was confident. Well, you can take that. But then after I said that, he kind of calmed down a little bit, and we let him up, and then he like immediately trained. At which point he started trying to summon Satan to kick my ass, and when that didn't work, he tried summoning Darth Vader.
That's funny, but you're still fucked up.
I mean, you can say that if you want. I will disagree with you. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see, Liz.
Well.
Anyway, so sorry. Back to game. Back to game.
So that I was just saying that's kind of. I just get a little freaked out in the dark. That's all.
All right.
Have you had sleep paralysis?
I have. As a kid, I was subject to. I think you would call them hauntings. I had a period of my life where, pretty sure that I was being tormented by spirits. And now later on, they still like to torment me, but in different ways. And it's frightening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it's hard.
I don't want to make the encounter too free.
No, it's fine.
I can tone it down if you want me to.
No, it's
I can different pact.
It's all right.
I'm trying to. I this encounter specifically, I've put some work into, and I'm trying some new stuff out.
No, I like it.
With like the whole like you guys haven't fired a shot since you've been on the planet. and I'm trying to build tension
Right.
in non-combat ways.
Well, I think you've done it.
I had to.
It's probably a good explanation for why I'm not a fan of thriller or horror.
Yeah.
Well, to horror in the respect of I like zombies, but I don't like jump scares. Jump scares
I'm the
I-
exact.
they
I'm the exact.
scare the crap
Love-
out of me.
Don't like any other.
The
horror
only
movies.
the only thing more fun than watching a horror movie is watching me watch a horror movie. More
Okay, so
entertaining.
we could all understand each other there.
Yeah. Yep. I like.
No, if this was real life, I would fuck this shit out. I'm out, but I'm and go back to the ship. Like,
It's like, nope, we're taking off. We're leaving. You can be
right, like perpetrator.
in our rear fucking mirror. Like that's what Zach would do at IRL.
That's
Like,
what I
one,
would do
it's
in
like-
real life.
They were done this like, well, I'm leaving the rifle. I'd be like, pistol, sword, machete, flashlights on both sides. All right, we have to go look. We're going full Rambo. And the second I see the spooky thing, I'm like, nope, fuck this. We're not going any further. We're turning around. We're going back to the ship. Anybody who wants to stay on this planet is welcome, but I'm leaving with the ship. So y'all do you. Like, and I am not coming back. Thank you very little. I have no desire to investigate.
Thank you very
combat.
little. I like that touch.
Oh, I'm gonna meet a ghost though in real life for real.
You want to what?
Meet a ghost.
You should hang out with Jake. Jake loves ghost hunter shit. He's trying to develop. He's trying to buy the ghost hunter tools. He owns every single season of, and half the Ghost
I
Hunter
would love to
International.
take ghost
And he
hunting.
like anytime they travel, he wants to go. One of these days, I'm specifically gonna take him to Tombstone, Arizona. He wants to go so bad
You need to take New York.
because there's so many. Yeah, there's a lot of ghost
New
stuff in
Orleans
New
is the
Orleans.
most city in the country.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Y'all bury your dead above ground. That's weird.
Especially there.
Where?
In New Orleans.
But it's
Oh.
also the home of like American voodoo.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of spirits still trapped from doing all that hinky shit. That's the kind of people heaven don't want them and hell's too scared of them.
All right, I'm not going to the south then.
I will definitely go to New Orleans for no other reason than I have to hear the blues in
Oh,
New
I love
Orleans.
blues.
Like, you know what I mean?
You should do the blues trail in Mississippi
I
because
would-
there's
that would be
more.
so
That's
much
more of like where from the jazz. is from.
fun. Yeah, sorry,
New
not blues,
Orleans.
but the jazz. In New Orleans.
Right. Mississippi's where the blues is from. That's just a depressing ass place and blues come.
Well, I can't
Especially for
do
black
all
men at the time. There's a lot of blues to be sung about.
the show. Okay. Anyway, so what's your guys' game plan? Or further, or what?
You know, I guess I like the Rambo idea. Just get my rifle ready and I guess bite my lip and take the left or right. Which one?
I mean, so it's a straight shot down this hallway. There are doors, but they're closed.
Oh, they're closed. Okay,
One of the
that's better. Okay, so if they're closed, then we would have heard the door shut,
right.
open and shut.
Perhaps.
I'm not gonna go with the perhaps. I'm gonna go with yes.
Ellie?
So I'm assuming it had to go down the hallway we're going.
Yeah, let's go to the end of the hallway.
Okay, I'm comfortable with
You're
that.
going to go to the end of the hallway.
Or make our way toward that way. Yeah.
Okay. Down to the cul-de-sac. Okay.
And
So
still looking into the I want to find that sure all the doors were closed. You know how perception, the angle and physical angle at which you look things, you can't see so much.
right. Yeah.
The further down you go.
Yep. Okay. So as you guys head down, you do see that most of the doors are completely, and there's a little there's a lip where they close, where they come together, they form a little kind of like my hands do.
Yeah.
Um, but they're stone doors, very similar to the ones that like very similar to the big main doors.
So those would
Just
be heavy and loud to operate.
The big one with the broken mechanism, heavy and loud. However, there is at least one door that's open a crack, like maybe this much.
Should we look?
And shining your light in does not.
There's any to maintain. If there's any like sentient being here to maintain them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be, but since shining a light in doesn't work.
Shining a light in doesn't reveal. Do you want to further investigate these rooms or head down to?
Let's head down to the cul-de-sac and see if we and then come back.
Yeah, if we head down, I'm just gonna continue watching our back.
Right. So I'll watch the front, you watch the back.
Yeah.
All right. Heard.
Okay. As you guys head down, both of you give me a perception check. This will be 1 red, 1 purple, 2 black dot. Man, Keltar, you're looking into pitch blackness because you have a flashlight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna upgrade yours to a hard with a red die. 1 red, 2 purple, 2 black.
Just 1 black.
And yours is 1 red, 1 purple.
Time to say goodbye to Keltar and a new character role.
Ooh, 1, 4, 3 advantage. Like, how did Keltar die? Was he taken out in battle? No.
Oh,
We don't know.
No.
Wasn't.
Heart attack.
I have
From
1
the shot.
failure. No. He died of a heart attack? Are you saying he's going to die of a heart attack?
That's what Inez thinks.
I mean, he's seen some stuff in his day, but he never was a fan of darkness. And he's he's in his 40s, so he's not as young as he used to be. So I guess you could say maybe he could die of a heart attack at that age.
Listen, man, ghosts show up. You can have a heart attack at any age.
Yeah.
I lived in a house that was.
I know
supposedly
that
haunted.
from, well, I obviously haven't had a heart attack, but I know how it feels to see him. Like that's a serious trauma in my life. I'm not kidding.
I believe it. What is your role, Keltar?
Fail. 1 fail.
Just 1 failure?
Yep.
No advantage, no disadvantage?
The rest canceled out.
Okay. You see nothing. Like you're looking back over your shoulder, possibly even walking backwards a few steps before facing forward. You can't see. You can barely see like the edges of the wall. Like there is no light. There was no light in the there's not much light outside, and you are deep in a underground temple around a corner. It's just blackness.
Inez or Liz, how bad of an
Yes.
idea would it be for me to just make a shot so I can see the light of my blaster round go down the hallway? You think that's a bad idea?
Yeah, I think it'll wake a lot of people up potentially.
Okay, I won't do it then.
And for like 1 second of light, you know what I mean?
Right. It would barely be anything. You got a point. Oh, okay.
Okay, so Inez, you are waving your flashlight around. Now remember, this is a 20-foot wide hallway. Your
Right.
glow rod doesn't go very far.
Yeah.
And like you kind of got to wave it around. Like you can't both walls at the same time unless you're like standing with your back to one. You know what I mean? So like everywhere, like no matter where you point that light, there's darkness near you. And you don't see anything while waving this light around. but you do hear a familiar sound. That sound of the rocks, that sound that almost sounded like a rock skittering across.
Oh, countdown.
I did hear that.
You did not hear that.
Oh, I did not hear that? Oh, that's right. I got a failure. I did not hear
You gotta
that. What
get any advantage.
What are you talking about?
The rock, like, yeeting across the floor, like someone skipped it across the floor. It's up there.
Well, you can't tell if it's behind you or in front of you. You just hear it.
Ah!
We're gonna see something
I
that
hate
can-
this.
Oh. All right. So look.
What is this? Is good.
Five.
He doesn't even have anything. He's just trying to freak us out with the darkness.
I'm gonna try and throw a rock back, but like tumbling it across the floor again, like I did, like a call and response. Right.
Okay.
So I hear, and I back. Like think about like have you ever seen like ghosty like with kids where it's like you throw a ball into the shadows
And the ball
and the
bounces
ball
back.
rolls back.
Yeah.
Like 2 seconds later, it didn't bounce off the wall or anything.
I've never heard of that before. That's freaky.
So you want to like find a rock. Now this part of the hallway, like this section of the temple, there are no cave-ins here.
Oh.
This seems pretty intact. I would say you could probably find a piece of rock that has dribbled down, that has rolled down, like and you can toss it forward, and it makes a sound similar to the sound that you heard, but not identical.
Oh, so I know it's not now. I have an idea.
Yeah.
That it's not a rock at all. Okay.
Wait, so the sound was similar but not the same?
Similar but not the same. But the only person who would know that would be Annette, because she's the only person who's heard that sound. She's heard it twice now. The first time when she was
when you were still asleep.
When you were asleep, and the second time was just now.
All right,
Nice.
so I pick it up, something up, and try and like recreate. Yeah.
And it sounds similar, but not the same. Like it sounds sharper.
Oh, all what I'm trying to do is get some kind of like
response.
Yeah.
Give me a discipline check. Give me a hard discipline check. And you know what? I'm flipping my last destiny point.
God.
Hard discipline check with that would actually make it 2 red die now. You failed your discipline check last.
Okay, so it's
2 red, purple.
And no black?
No black, because it's not totally dependent upon vision.
What is she trying to do?
Fail and 1 disadvantage.
She threw a rock, a small pebble or something, down the hallway to try to, like, whatever made a sound that was similar but not identical to the sound that, like, the sound that she makes when she throws a rock down.
Okay, yeah, like so this is like a roll to see what her nerve is like after finding that out?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
So
you fail with disadvantage.
Yeah.
You are well and freaked out. But there's no response. The rock doesn't come back to you.
Oh, there's no like scurrying. There's no more
no
like
scurrying.
Okay. Because my idea was doing like an animal call, right? Like if you hear a mating call, you'll
call back.
The mating other thing.
Right.
And that hopes it would like draw it out or like you could hear the call again.
Right. You hear nothing. By this time, it's quite late in the evening. You're probably closer to morning. You're definitely closer to morning than.
Whoa.
It's quite dark. It's like how it's dark. It's darkest right before sunrise, like right before false dawn.
Yes.
You guys are like maybe an hour away from that. It is the darkest part of the night.
And we're indoors.
And you are deep in a
cavern. Like
in
it
a
is
cave.
actual.
Like, yeah, it is actual pitch
like
black
there is no light.
everywhere except for where you shine your light. And just remember that if you turn around, your light only goes one direction because you only brought one light.
Okay, next time we buy stuff, we're getting night vision.
Do you want to head at this point?
I have the money to buy night vision. I'm buying it next time.
Wait till next time when we can like snag another flashlight.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
never-
instead of RPGs with or no
RPGs.
MP, not
I'm gonna cleanse the
NVGs or
motherfucking
whatever.
shit.
Night.
Did I ever tell you about the guy who he was an EOD? There's a story I read about a guy who was an EOD in Afghanistan, like the ordnance disposal guys. And he said that a farmer called him, like, put in a call to the military base because he found a landmine in his field. And one of the things that, like, the U.S. Army did to kind of, like, try to build relations is, like, you know, everyone's been fighting over Afghanistan since, like, the 60s. So there's just tons of unexploded landmines everywhere. And they would go out and take care of it. And so they send dude out there with the interpreter. They get on site and he asks the interpreter, like, hey, ask him where the bomb is. And it turns out there is no landmine. And they get to the point where they figure out what the actual problem is. And the guy believes that the ghost of his father is haunting his house. It's like cursing his house and family. And the guy's like, ashes are like in an urn on the mantle, so to speak. And he's like, and they called us because, you know, they're living in the Stone Age and we have iPods. Clearly we can fix everything. Like, you know, we basically have magic compared to these people. So, like, he called us to resolve the situation. And so I talked to the interpreter and I was like, if we take decisive action, we can still make it back in time for hot chow. How attached is he to his father's ashes? And the guy says, the direct translation is, get it the fuck out of here. And he goes, so I took father's ashes to a disused portion of the field, put a 1 pound cratering charge on it, and calmed the absolute shit out of those spirits. Gave the dude a pack of halal jerky and a little pen that had the American and Afghan. Went home, got some hot chow, and that's how I became a Ghostbuster. It was like, this is the greatest story I've ever heard in my whole life.
Oh my
That's a real
gosh.
thing that someone did, and I love it so much. So I just had this mental image of Inez when you showing back up at this site, like, whoop, whoop, like
clearly after the only thing to do is the motherfucker down.
Nuke from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
It's
like, please just burn everything in your path.
Yeah. So what are you guys gonna do? You gonna turn your back on the dark back and head back home, or are you gonna keep moving forward?
Also, isn't it about like 11 o'clock where you are?
It's 11:30 here. Probably part of the reason why I'm freaked out.
So, yeah, if you want, if you want to go to sleep now, Dan, we would be happy to call game.
I couldn't sleep. Let me think about
your
this.
Bedroom after this encounter.
What's that?
Sit in your basement bedroom after this encounter.
Yeah, that's where I am right now.
Have fun taking a whiz tonight.
Oh boy. Screw it. Let's keep going.
All right.
Let's just get this thing over with, right? Like, if it's gonna attack us, it's gonna attack us. If it's a thing.
I like your headspot.
I think I've had enough. It's probably just a big spider.
How about the part in the Hobbit?
Oh,
Spiders. Dwarf eating spiders.
I shouldn't have said that word.
All right.
You
Go
can-
ahead and give me. Are you still trying to watch the 6 there, or are you eyes forward?
Honestly, I don't think there's any reason to anymore because I wouldn't be able to see anything.
Yep. If something's gonna grab you, it can literally stand right behind you, or if you're facing backwards, right in front, of you, and you'll
Yeah.
never see it. So.
So I
It's so
think
terrifying.
it would be worth shining the flashlight behind us for a couple seconds, and then just continuing onward.
Spot check it. All right.
The look on Zach's face is not filling me with hope here.
I'm having so much fun that I did this right. The building to this level. I'm so glad. Like, you know, it makes me like, especially because like I know what's going on and you guys don't, and the fact, yeah, this is like one of my most successful encounters. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
And we're not even gonna encounter anything. It's just gonna be the fear of the unknown is all. It's got
perhaps.
perhaps. You just don't want to say it.
Perhaps. Okay. Anyways, so
If something
you
comes
guys-
after us, I'm gonna go guns blazing. Let's just say, I'm gonna be the first one to open fire.
I'm gonna be shooting but at the same time doing one of those like crazy R2D2 screams where it's like, woo!
it's gonna be like
I
that.
was on Discord the other day with I was talking with Zach about something but playing Minecraft at the same time. And I'm on the boat, right? And I'm cruising, and I hit a corner and there's just like a skeleton right there. And I went, woo!
Oh my goodness.
Okay, guys. So go ahead and give me hard perception checks. Upgraded once. So basically 1 red, 2 purple, and then Dan, you get 2 black die. You get 1 black die.
All right, let me put a black in there because hold on.
1 red,
Sorry,
2 purple, 2 black dice. Okay.
All right. So that would be 2.
It is a really good thing I have a high perception. Let's see.
I really want one of you guys to get advantage. But this is a hard.
Why,
This is a
so
very
we
hard.
can see the creature?
I got 2 advantages.
I want you guys to get advantage, and I can't tell you why until one of you does.
What does that mean? Because I got 2 advantages.
You got 2 disadvantage.
Oh, my bad. I'm good.
That's fun. 1 success, 1 disadvantage.
1 success, 1 disadvantage.
That's correct.
Okay. I want to do.
How do you want
Okay.
to do this?
I'm trying to not give too much away because you guys haven't told well enough to see what's going on just yet. But I would say through the course of this walk, every now and then you guys like turn around and shine the light behind you quick, and then bring it back real quick forward. Right? That's your plan.
That's kind of the general idea, yeah.
Okay. You don't see any like shadow creature, we'll call it, since that's what you guys have been describing it as. You don't see any shadow creature, but you do notice something strange about the shadows cast by the statues. It's unclear exactly what's happening, but it doesn't seem it seems to be like it doesn't just seem to be like a random shadow cast. by the statues. And when you put your light forward down the cul-de-sac, it doesn't seem to go as far as when you shine it back the other way.
Oh
If
my!
that-
Oh,
Is there some sort of
Oh.
haze down here?
no.
What'd you say?
There's some sort of haze in the air.
Sorry, Liz keeps
Sorry.
coughing. What?
Is there some sort of haze in the air that's preventing our light from going farther?
It's unclear. It's unclear. But when you do eventually get down to the what we're calling the cul-de-sac, it is some sort like there is like 2 rooms on either side of this cul-de-sac, and then directly, not directly in front of like the pathway, but like a little off to the side. Like it may be like if
I got a 45.
I would say if straight ahead is 12 o'clock, maybe at like 2 o'clock, there is an open doorway.
Liz,
And it appears to be a stairwell going down.
Liz, if we do end up finding some sort of creature, I just had an idea. I was looking through my gear. I have a flash grenade. Anything that's down here has probably got eyes that are acclimated to the darkness. If we shut our eyes when I throw the flash, we could possibly blind anything that's down here.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, just heads up. Closing your eyes alone does not protect you from a
Well,
flashbang.
I mean, like close and cover and probably look away.
And it's eyes,
the
ears,
thing,
like
too, yeah.
it's the
That's
concussion,
true.
the concussive force. Like a flashbang is not just like a strobe light and a popping sound. Like it's an
That's
assault
true.
on all of the senses. It's basically
And
just
it smells.
a
Yeah.
bomb, like because you know that like with explosions, it's usually not like the actual like fire from the explosion that kills you. It's the concussive force that turns your
Right.
insides.
Yeah.
Flashbang is just like that same principle,
Your eardrum.
just scaled down to not kill you.
Right. Well, and we would toss it away from us too.
Yeah.
So, yes, that's
But, like,
the case,
no.
and I didn't think about the
In
sound.
stone hallway or stairwell, the
That-
reverberation.
It's gonna, yeah.
I mean, you can throw it 40 feet and you might.
It's just gonna get magnified.
Okay.
Just so you
Last
know,
ca-
and like that is something that Keltar would know.
Yeah, I would say maybe that's a last ditch effort then, if we had to. I also got a frag grenade too.
That would also fuck a lot of shit up.
Yo, don't throw that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so closed doors. Actually, no. Sorry, I'm wrong. This is really hard because I can't look at my notes because Liz is right here.
There's
Oh,
one door that's open
Okay.
to the 2 o'clock,
Really good last time.
You were.
and stairs going down.
Okay, you can look again.
Okay.
Okay, so there's the. It's not even a doorway. There's no door that you can see. It's just an opening
Okay.
shaped like the door, and it is very clearly like a stairwell going down, and like it goes down like a flight, and then turns the corner.
Oh, so you can't even see straight down it.
You can't even see. But one of the other doors is slightly ajar, and that's where the trickle of water runs downhill into that crack
Okay.
through that door. And I mean, it's maybe that much ajar. Maybe that much ajar.
So if we kind of like stand like on the side of the door, right,
Mm-hmm.
and like shine our light in there, can we see anything?
Give me a perception check. Give me an average perception with 1 purple for your spooky nerves and 1 black.
So average.
So
With
average is 1 red, 1 purple,
Okay,
1 black for you.
but add an extra purple in there.
No, just 1 red, 1 purple. I've been to instead.
Yes.
Wow.
Finally.
Oh, 3 disadvantage though.
You see a figure.
I really did have that reaction. Like, I want you to know I'm not trying to. I actually did that shit.
You see a pitch black figure standing against the back wall.
No, we run. Run. We fucking jet, dude. Leave. Abort mission. Drag out.
Are you serious? You don't want to
Bye.
open fire?
No.
You don't want to shoot it?
No, not at all. No, light's supposed to get. We can't shoot stuff like that. No, light is supposed to get rid of shadows, and when it doesn't, fucked up. Go. My Christian senses are tingling. Leave.
I was gonna make you make a discipline check, but I think Liz failed.
Failed.
Inez didn't
I
fail
failed.
that.
I
Liz
failed.
failed that discipline check.
I mean, we could run, but
I'm stuck on stupid because Inez is halfway down the damn hall.
okay, all right, fine. We're out of here. Liz, what do you think about me throwing that grenade behind us?
Let's do it.
This is metagaming, first of all. I think Keltar needs to decide.
Wouldn't I be
if
able to?
That's something.
Okay, that's true.
Just assume at this point,
I
Inez doesn't give a
think
shit.
I'd be able to tell by her response that there's something there, and I would just pop the grenade, toss, and book it back, following her flashlight.
Are you trying to throw it into the? No,
I'm like throwing it down that hallway at whatever because I can't see it and just book it.
Okay, she was looking through a 8-10-inch gap in the door and saw something. You don't even saw. She saw something, let out a scream, turned around and booked it. So you're in pitch blackness if you don't keep up with her. You are welcome to roll a grenade.
There's no way I would throw the grenade through that gap if I can't see anything.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, like you're welcome to. I will totally let you roll for that, but it's going to be real hard because you're essentially throwing a grenade.
No.
In pitch black.
I could kill myself if I do it wrong.
Anything except for the light doing this shit as she runs down the hallway with it in her hand. If you don't start running, you will be on your own in the black.
Yeah, I'm gonna run then. Just follow. Can I?
Okay.
How ridiculous is it for me to say how shoot behind me as I run?
I mean,
if you have to ask, honey,
I'm gonna say you can make a coordination check to try to run. Actually, first off, before you do that, both of you roll athletics.
I was about to say I've got to be rolling something. I can't actually safely run like I'm trying to.
But both of you roll athletics.
Okay.
And Keltar, take 2 black dice because you don't have a light.
I don't know
Is that what you roll?
How many purple?
What?
How many purple?
Oh, sorry. We'll make it average, but one of them is upgraded because you guys are scared shitless.
So is my average the same? One red, one black, or add?
No, you don't have the black. You don't have the black.
Oh,
you
no.
are less confused.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Oh
god.
What'd you get, man?
Zach, I got a despair.
And I guess we'll pick up next session.
That's a terrible way to end it.
No. Okay. I won't do that to you guys. I won't do that to you guys. I mean,
it would be a good place.
It would.
Storyline wise, this is the optimal moment.
This is the
It's a
optimal moment.
This
cliffhanger.
is the
It
perfect
is.
one.
It,
I'm
Liz,
gonna pick up in the
what do you think the chances are that we just saw like
It's a
an
sister.
old like
I mean,
what do you think the chances are that we just saw like another smaller set like a smaller statue and just freaked the heck out over it and just bolted, but I slipped in the water that was going through that doorway or whatever and
Oh, you definitely slipped in the water. That for sure happened. Now
What
I'm
did
just
I
trying to
do?
determine whether or not Liz or whether or not Inez turns the corner without even looking back, and you are in literally the blackest darkness humanly possible. It's darker than the inside of a dead tauntaun. Like,
and I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
And
Yeah.
see, like Liz would turn back around,
I don't know if Inez
but when
would.
Inez,
Have you just
I didn't
sacrificed
write
Keltar
her.
to the monster?
I did not write her to be
Selfless.
empathetic or caring.
Very motivated by self-interest and personal survival.
Life over them. Okay, they changed words that worked for this bitch. Like,
It's been nice knowing you, Keltar. Just finally learned about Mandalorian history, and it's not gonna be useful anymore.
but I will go back to my Mando hidey hole now and set up a wonderful memorial for you.
Oh goodness.
Okay, do you guys want to call it here? I know it's getting
Yeah,
for
I think
another.
so. It's pretty much midnight here, and I'm gonna be taking my accounting exam tomorrow.
I'm sorry, bud.
Mm.
That's all right. I knew this was coming.
Okay, I'm really, really glad we did this, guys. I had so much fun.
It was very good.
I did too. I mean, despite being freaked out most of the last hour.
Shouldn't have put mine either.
All right, man. Well, hey, have a good